Side to Alan McGrath. Centre makes a few yards. Still has the ball. He wasn't tackled. In goes Frank McNamara. Long pass from Anthony Foley. Brian Roach. Reese Ellison. Ellison straightens it up. Back to Roach. Overhead pass. Andrew Thompson. Shannon now turning the screw. Looking for the ball again. Just on Cork Constitution's 22. Back it comes to Frank McNamara. Away goes Colin McMahon. Oh, lovely show of the ball, and he just ghosted through. An excellent try there from Colin McMahon. Very talented move forward with Shannon, and Shannon now lead by 16 points to 9, and surely the convert a formality. But a marvellous try from Colin McMahon there. You can see it here again. Ball is coming out from Frank McNamara. He passes to Colin McMahon. McMahon just in between 3 Cork Constitution players, and that'll do very nicely, thank you. So McGolwey having a word with the Shannon pack as Andrew Thompson increases Shannon lead, and now Shannon very much in the driving seat, leading by 18 points to 9. But Cork Con, a good cup fighting side, and they won't throw in the towel just yet. In fact, they're back inside the Shannon 22. There was 32 minutes gone in the game. Away goes O'Mara. Just inside the 22, Con looking for the ball. It's a slow ball coming back again. Coming out now. Away goes Canning. Once more, Con forwards take it on. Frank Sheehan there, their hooper, popped up there for Ken Murphy. Still with Con. They're just short of the line now, 5 yards short as you can see. And away goes Kenny Murphy again. Long ball out to O'Gara. O'Gara tries to make it for the line. And yes, it's Jerry Murray in for the try. Well, O'Gara, lovely break from the out half and just flipped the ball back inside. Cork Con back in the ball game. Just 4 points between the sides now, 18-14. Here you see it again. Pass out to O'Gara. O'Gara just sort of went through and popped it up when he was held. And Jerry Murray, son of a famous father, of course, Jerry Murray of Cork Con, and O'Gara puts over the convert, and now, would you believe it, just 2 points between the sides. 18-16, Shannon leading, and we're now 34 minutes gone in the second half. Shannon back on the attack, and it's Frank McNamara to put in it goes, held at the back. Alan Quinlan makes a good few precious yards there from Quinlan. McNamara again, Reese Ellison just held up there. Alan McGrath, ball slow and coming back, and it's a scrum for Shannon, and they're just 5 yards out from the Cork Constitution line. Now Noel Healy is back in at prop. Came on for John Hayes there, who went off injured. Noel has gone into tight head now as Frank McNamara puts the ball in. Anthony Foley has it at his feet. Now, what will they do here? Will they go for the drive? Yes, the scrum is going around. Foley takes it. Foley trying to get in. Alan Quinlan with him. Eventually Frank McNamara passes. The ball is still with Shannon. McNamara goes in again, pops it up. Long pass out to Roach. Roach, a long pass. Is it? Ah, it's in touch. Andrew Thompson just put a foot in touch when it looked as if Shannon were going to get the insurance points. And it's a line out for Cork Constitution now, just short of their own goal line. Frank Sheehan throws an awkward ball, but can't have it. Shannon turned it over. Frank McNamara pops it up for Alan Quinlan. Quinlan takes on a few men and still has the ball. Comes out the side. Oh, a lovely flick pass there, Noel Healy. And he's in. Noel Budda Healy in for the try. Terrific try there, and that's the insurance try. But full marks to Frank McNamara. Noel Healy will be delighted with that try. And the twilight of a distinguished career. Yes, number 1. There's Noel. He's delighted. And so are the Shannon team and supporters. We'll see it again here. Watch the flick pass. Boom. Noel Healy takes it, takes on the backs, and there's no contest there. And there is Mr. Healy. Yes. Shalom to you too, man. Excellent try there from Noel Healy. And that's it. Shannon through now to the final of this year's Carling Munster Senior Cup as Andrew Thompson puts the ball between the posts. Shannon through and looking good. 25 points to 16. Shannon eventually overcome the Cork Constitution challenge. Good second half display, I must say, by both sides, and I'm sure the crowd were delighted. Peter Clossy smiles, shakes his head, but all of that, and it's a penalty for Shannon. Shannon to reduce the gap. Andrew Thompson, he goes through the same motion every match. Up he comes, kicks, ball is heading for the post, and it's over. So just a point between the sides now. And Munster 7, Shannon 6. And we're now playing 18 minutes in the first half. So Young Munster back on the attack. Good take there from Dennis O'Mara in the centre of the line-out. Another player who's had a good season, young player, promising future. Stephen Toohey back inside to Des Clossy. Clossy is well held though by Anthony Foley and Mark McDermott. And Eddie Halvey gets his boot to it and perfectly entitled to do so. The ball was out. Peter Boland puts up the Gary Owen high kick. And it's Jimmy Galvin outside his 22. Weaves his way up near the halfway line, taken by Mark McDermott. McDermott finds strong hooker, taken on by John Hayes. That's good ground from the Shannon prop. And now it's Michael Galway. That's a great breakout from Shannon. The Shannon forwards working very well. Frank McNamara, one-handed pass to Alan Quinlan. Quinlan, they got a penalty there, and Quinlan took a tap. He's going for the line, and he's in. A terrific try from Alan Quinlan. It was a try that if he didn't get, though, Anthony Foley, I'm sure, would have a few words with him, because that try, well, the tap penalty, it was a kickable penalty, but Quinlan saw his chance, took the tap. Right, here comes it again. Quinlan takes the tap. Peter Clossy can't hold him, neither can Michael Pendergast. And Quinlan in at the corner, despite Peter Clossy's attempted tackle. Opportunist try there from Alan Quinlan. 20 minutes gone now in the first half. Shannon back into the lead, and Andrew Thompson right on that far touchline, the popular side, as we say here in Thomond Park. Kicks to the post, and the ball goes across the face of the post. So one he didn't get there. Now back at a line out here. Mick O'Halloran at 2. And it goes back to the back, tidied up there by Peter Clossy. Long pass out. Oh, great tackle there in the middle from Rhys Ellison. The New Zealander certainly knows how to tackle a crunching tackle, but Young Munster still have it, and they're inside the 22. Can they get over again? It's their captain, Gerards, and now it's Pendergast. Passes out to Toohey. Toohey, well held there by John Hayes, but Young Munsters retain the ball. Des Clossy comes in. Good change of direction there. Pass out to Gerards. Gerards, can he get in? Yes, he can. Did he knock the flag? No, says the referee. Try given. Gerards hops up on the wing, and the Young Munster captain, delighted, gets a little kiss there from Peter Boland as he comes back. I don't know whether he'd be delighted with that, but a lovely pass there from Michael Lynch. Spotted Gerards out on the wing. Hand off. Bump. Line there. Bang. And ball down before the corner flag went. Michael Galway takes that one just outside the 22. Back. And Rhys Ellison couldn't take that one. McGrath has it, but he's in all sorts of trouble. And it will be a scrum to Young Munster. We're 24 minutes into the first half, and already you can see the players suffering from the heat here. Des Clossy and John Hayes having a right tussle in the front row. Now Declan Edwards, will he pick and go? Yes, he does. But he's tackled on, still he gets over the gain line, pushes the ball back. Pendergast, long pass out to Toohey. Toohey takes on Rhys Ellison, but no one gets away from Rhys Ellison. Ball is still though with young Munster. Pendergast organises his forwards. Michael O'Halloran there driving in with Gerrards. Now we have it again. Back inside, taken on by Peter Clossey. Clossey is well held by his good mate Michael Galway. And young Munster are just a yard short of the line. Can they get in here? It's Des Clossey. He goes again. But he is again held. 3 Shannon players, and Rhys Ellison is one of them on the ground there with Kevin Keane. But it was a high tackle, the referee says, on Des Clossey. So it's going to be a penalty chance for young Munster. Now Gerrards had the choice, of course, of taking a scrum or the penalty, but he decides, as there's only a point between the sides, that he's given Stephen Toohey this chance to put points on the board for the lads from the Yellow Road. He's just on the 22, as you can see. There's no wind at all here at Thomond Park, but Stephen, fortunately for him, pulls the kick across the face of the post. So a big chance lost there for young Munster, and we're playing 28 minutes now in the first half. Mark Hayes gets ready to throw. Good take there by Michael O'Halloran. He's having a good cup final here. Michael Galway tries to hold him, but the Munster pack are behind Michael O'Halloran, and they're driving on very well. That's good smuggling of the ball for the Munster pack. Pendergast to Toohey. Toohey picks his spot. That's a good kick from Toohey. Jason Hayes leaving it bounce dangerously. Michael Lynch comes up, and it will be a scrum 5. Good tackle from Michael Lynch. Jason Hayes should have put his boot to that ball, really. And it's now a scrum 5 to young Munster, and they have a chance to get in again. Pendergast puts in. That's a good heel. Declan Edwards has it at his feet. Popped up there from Michael Lynch. But Lynch really telegraphed there. Rhys Ellison came in like a shot, snuffed out the danger, and the rest of the Shannon tacklers. And the result of that fine tackle from Rhys Ellison is that it's a turnover, and it's Shannon now with the scrum. So a big chance lost there from young Munster to put points on the board. Frank McNamara puts in. The Clossey brothers get the drive on. Shannon in all sorts of trouble on their own line. That was a great scrum for young Munster. There's Clossey and Peter, his brother, got a terrific drive on, and they were just short of the line. Frank McNamara, the Shannon scrum half, got ball and man together. He had a word with his forwards. He said, lads, I don't deserve this. He's only a small lad, is Frank. No, Pendergast again puts in. Once more, Declan Edwards holds it. This time he tries to go himself, but he's well tackled. And where's the ball? They must are looking for a quick one. There was hand, surely that's a penalty. Yes. Penalty. And now what will be Gerrard's decision? Will he take the scrum? I think he should, you know. They're right in the corner. Should try for a 7-pointer. And it's Michael Lynch who has now been given the chance to kick this one. Michael, who is really a kicker of convenience, kicks long ones all right, but not really the short ones. The ball is short and under the post. So another chance lost there for young Munster, and I wonder, will they rue these last chances in the second half? As the referee blows for half-time. Well, I must say it was a terrific first half. Just a point between the sides. Eddie Halvey, that's a fine take from Halvey. Alan Quinlan with him, and Michael Galway, the Shannon pack. And it's so often done this season, trying to maul it forward. And now it's back with Jimmy Galvin. Galvin puts up the high ball. Taken there by Gerrards, but very quickly through is Colin McMahon, who's come into the side in the second half. with Eddie Halvey going into the second row. And Shannon have used this ploy many times this season. Colin McMahon, of course, the flyer, and has made a great impression when he's come into the Shannon team. Now down goes the scrum. Peter Clossy on this side of the scrum. You can see his strength. Anthony Foley, oh, that's a lovely break from the Shannon captain. Can he get his pass away? Yes, he does. Colin McMahon. Look at the pace of Colin McMahon. Peter Boland just couldn't stop him, and in he goes for the try. Well, what a substitution, and what a try. Shannon back in the lead, 16 points to 12. Brilliant try from Colin McMahon. Anthony Foley made the initial break and gets the pass in to Colin McMahon. And McMahon, he's got a long stride outside Peter Boland. Full back just couldn't get to him, and in goes the try. And Peter Boland, in fact, got injured. He went onto the field as he had a lot of problems coming up to the cup final, and now he's left the field. Andy Thompson to try to improve on Colin McMahon's absolutely brilliant try. Thompson hooks this ball. Shannon are in the lead. Thompson is terrible after all. He's had a fine season. And we're now playing 12 minutes in the second half. Taken at the back by Declan Edwards. Pop-up ball. They must have used that move quite a bit. They still have the ball. They're looking for a quick one now. Pendergast. It's a bad pass. And fumbling there. But no knock on, the referee says. Ball is still with young Munster, taken on there by Michael O'Halloran. That's a good drive from the second row. Lays it back. Chance again for young Munster. But again, the tackles go in from Shannon. Pendergast pops it out. Back inside goes Aidan O'Halloran, who's come on in the second half for Stephen Cloughey. Stephen having an unfortunately off day with the place kicking, but otherwise I must say an excellent first half from Stephen Cloughey. His all-round game was excellent. Now, can Aidan O'Halloran put this one over and bring his side back in this ball game? O'Halloran puts it over. This game isn't over yet. Just 1 point between the sides again. Shannon 16, Young Munster 15. And this transmission brought to you in association with Carling Black Label. We're playing 15 minutes now in the second half. It's still anyone's game. Shannon looking for this ball. They have it. Coming back. McNamara to Jimmy Galvin for the drop goal. Is it there? Yes, it is. Jimmy Galvin. A fine drop goal from Galvin. Restores an advantage to Shannon, 19-15. They now lead. Pass there from Frank McNamara. Galvin onto the right boot. And there's only one reply to that. Straight over between the posts. Now, let's see where this line-out goes as a throw-in for Shannon. Taken once again by Eddie Halvey. He's had an excellent game as well this afternoon. Long pass out from Jimmy Galvin. Brian Roach it was who got it, but he couldn't get his pass away. Brian, who's come on as substitute full-back for Jason Hayes. And another player with a fine future, Brian Roach, formerly from the Sundays World Club. Frank McNamara pops that one down. It's all a bit slow now. And eventually, no, it doesn't go to touch. So a bit of sloppy play from both players. Anthony Foley, now he's getting it going again. Foley, the Shannon captain, passes to Marcus Horn, who's come on for substitute Noel Healy, and Shannon have knocked on the ball. It'll be a scrum to young Munster. Well, Anthony Foley trying to get it going there. And there you can see Marcus Horn, an under-21 international. He's had another good season. And he's up against Peter Clossy now. And the ball is with young Munster. Back from Pendergast. Aidan O'Halloran steps inside and eventually gets a good touch. Aidan O'Halloran has had some great games from young Munster over the years. Never forget his game in Dublin when young Munster beat St Mary's to win the All-Ireland. Mick O'Halloran, he's had another good game as well today. O'Halloran is a very good two-jumper, but this one is pinched by Eddie Halvey, the ace poacher. Tries to get his pass in, he does, to John Hayes. Hayes gets the support of his pack, taken on there by McDermott, but the referee's whistle is gone, and it's a crossover, he says. So that means it's going to be a penalty, is it, or a scrum he's giving? An accidental crossover. So it's a scrum to young Munsters, just short of their own goal line, as you can see there. Players getting really dehydrated now in these very hot conditions here at Thomond Park. It's about 22 degrees here today. Really, we should be all down in the Pollacoals in Kilkee, not here at Thomond Park. But these players won't worry about Kilkee for the time being. They might afterwards. 2 sips and Scots. Yes, golden days to be relived, hopefully. Now we have a line-out, an attacking line-out for Shannon, and it's Mark McDermott to throw into this line-out with Galway standing at 2 and Halvey at the middle. Where will he put this one? Puts it long. Great take at the back. Lovely take from Shannon. And Frank McNamara pops it up. Back inside to Paul McMahon. Paul McMahon, who's come on for Alan McGrath in the centre for Shannon. That's a good drive from the Shannon pack. Alan Quinlan. McNamara changes direction again. Rhys Ellison for the drop goal. Well, Rhys Ellison is no Jimmy Galvin when it comes to drop goals. He has, of course, other attributes. He did get New Zealand trials, and he has played, of course, underage for New Zealand. Fine centre, and had a great season for Munster as well this year. Anthony Hurley, who's come on at the back there for Declan Edwards on the young Munster side. So a lot of substitutions being made because of the warm conditions. Brian Roach looks for support, and he gets it. Eddie Halvey. Halvey, fine burst from Halvey. Get out of my way, he says, and back comes the ball again. We're playing 34 minutes now in the second half, and it's another penalty for Shannon. I think the fact it was for a little bit of fisticuffs there. But Eddie Halvey, outstanding game for Shannon. In fact, he's played very well for Shannon all season, both as a flanker and as a second row. Anthony Foley taking the old water there. Anthony is sporting a lovely haircut, I must say. His father Brendan would be proud of it. Andrew Thompson with this chance now to put Shannon further ahead. This is a long range one, as you can see. Thompson goes through the same motions. The ball is hanging, doesn't get over, and it's marked in the goal line by Aidan O'Halloran. Really a kick to nothing there. Now, Mark Hayes to throw into this line out for young Munster. Once again, Brian Buckley, who's had a good game in the line out for the lads from the Yellow Road. Back at the monument, salt of the earth, the young Munster pack driving along. I tell you, they've lost nothing in comparison to Shannon this afternoon in the forwards. That's a fine drive again from the young Munster pack. Driving on there, and good control, good concealment of the ball. Niall Hartigan in there, he's come on for Des Classy. And away goes Captain Gerrards. That's a fine drive, and Gerrards wasn't tackled, but eventually he gets the ball back again. Look at that drive. They've gone from 122 to the other. Well done to the young Munster pack there. And now it's Michael Lynch gets the ball back inside to Buckley. Buckley retains possession. Can young Munster get it here? It's coming back again to Prendergast. Out the young Munster line is Peter Claus. He's appeared in the centre there, right in front of the post. Long pass out again. This time it's O'Halloran to Lynch. Lynch jinks inside, makes a few yards. Michael O'Halloran, good tackle there on O'Halloran. Eventually, has the ball gone forward? Or what's the referee's decision here? In fact, it's a penalty to young Munster. They deserve that after that passage of play. And right in front of the post now, Aidan O'Halloran with this chance to reduce the gap. Just 3 minutes to go in this game. And O'Halloran puts it over. I wonder would young Munster have been better off advised there taking the top penalty of the scrum. It's 19-18 now. Just a point between the sides and 3 minutes to go. Another good penalty from Aidan O'Halloran. And the referee just sorting out the players there. And very, very weary forwards there in the hot sun, May sun here at Moon Park. Yeah, Buckley again, that's a good, no, in fact it's Michael O'Halloran takes that one. On goes Anthony Hurley. Young Munster have not given up the ghost yet, but they're inside their own 22, which is the wrong part of the field really for them. Shannon putting in the tackles as they have done all season. Shannon tackling has been absolutely superb. And they now have control of the ball. And it's Michael Galway pops it up to Blondie Quinlan. Ball is still with Shannon. But the referee has blown his whistle. And in fact, he's blown his last whistle. Michael Galway congratulates Leo Main. And Shannon are victorious, 19-18. Well, a double for Shannon. What a win. What a game of rugby football, though. Young Munster lost nothing in comparison with Shannon. And it was just, in the end, really, the place kicking that left Young Munster down. But a great display of rugby football. Shannon Quinlan there, taking off his jersey. Really hot weather. And Michael Galway and Brian Buckley. Galway had a great game. And there he is with his great friend, Peter Clossy. They're going on the plane to South Africa. Michael Lynch there, won't be going on the plane. But a great display, as I say, all-round display.
No, I would just like to particularly congratulate Shannon. You've had an incredible season, as you've had last year as well, and it gives me great pleasure to present the Munster Senior Cup Trophy to Anthony Foley, captain of Shannon. Thank you.
Are you ready, lads? There is an isle, there is an isle, a bonny isle, stands proudly from the sea, and dearer far, in all this world, is that dear isle, to me. It is not that alone it stands, while all around its fresh and fair.
Well, we're here after a terrific match at Toomon Park. Lovely sunny afternoon for the spectators, but from the point of view of the players, Michael Galway and John Hayes joins me. Mick, it must have been very, very warm out there today.
Yeah, it was very warm. You know, the conditions were difficult. You know, even no matter how much liquids you get in or how much you prepare for a day like this, you know, it's always going to come against you. But I think both teams put up a good show, you know, under the conditions, and there was no shirking, and it kept going right to the very end.
Games between Shannon and Young Munster traditionally have been close-fought affairs, and this was it was exactly the same, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's always been the same down the years, you know. The last few times we've played Munsters in the Cup, you know, in Cup finals, we've only beaten them by a score or so, and today it was only a point, you know, and at the end of the day it's only a kick of a ball, and the luck has been on our side in the last number of occasions.
John Hayes, John, you've moved into the front row now, and that move into the front row has got you on the plane to South Africa. You must be enjoying life in the front row, are you?
Oh, still getting used to it, you know. it's a big change from the second round. So hopefully I still learn a few more things on the tour down in South Africa. So I have to keep going.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, John. How did you come into this side?
I joined in 1994 to the under-20 team. I came in from Bruff. I started with Bruff that year, so I came in under 20 and I just stayed in with the seniors. So.
And you obviously didn't mind the move into tight head prop, did you?
Oh, not really, like, you know. Just have to play in your position, like wherever you'll be suited, like now in the new game. You have to play there, you can't play in any place. So that's where my future was, so I'm giving it a go.
When did you hear the news that you were picked on the Irish team? It must have come out of the blue to you, did it?
It did, yeah. I didn't really believe it when I heard it first. It was Anthony Foley rang me.
And you thought he was ball hopping?
I did, yeah. I didn't believe it at first, until I saw the teletext myself, so I believed it, and it took a while to sink in.
Michael, obviously he'll be a great addition to the Irish team out in South Africa.
He will, of course. Yeah, John has had a great year, you know, and like he says himself, he's a bit to learn, but he's come a long way in a short time. And a tour like that is really going to stand to somebody like John, and he'll be coming up against big props out there. So I think the game out there will suit him, and hopefully everything will go well.
Looking back on the season, Michael, you'd have to say it must be your best season ever, is it?
Probably is, you know. In the past we've had great wins, and we even had the double a couple of years ago, and the juniors won the Junior Cup as well. But this season was probably unique because we won the league, then we had the playoff. Then we won the Floodlit Cup, and now the Munsters Senior Cup, you know, and it's just been an excellent season, and you know, it's been a long, hard season, but it's been worth every bit of it.
Well, now I'm joined by Rhys Ellison, who's just finished his first season